Hi there. Welcome to the shop. Is there something I can help you with today? Okay, yes, for sure. So you're looking for a few fall items, some sweaters, maybe some layering pieces, a dress or two. Yes, of course. Okay, let me just take down a few notes for you really quickly, okay? Okay, great. And do you have particular colors in mind for the sweaters? Okay, so kind of like a fall themed color palette. So some reds, maybe some yellows, oranges. Okay, great. Okay, perfect. And did you have any particular style in mind for the sweaters? Do you prefer like a long sweater, a wrap sweater? Okay. Okay, so kind of like some classic high neck pieces. Are you open to some different styles? Okay, perfect. Okay. And how about sizes, especially for the tops and dresses, since we'll pull a few of those as well. And yeah, of course, we do need sizing for the sweaters as well, but sweaters do tend to be a little bit less form-fitted, so we can usually just go by what you usually wear. But yeah, for the other styles, for those other pieces, it would be good to have your sizing. Sure. Yeah, of course. Do you want me to measure you really quickly? Yeah, absolutely. And I can also just take a look at what you're wearing and kind of get a sense of what styles will suit you, okay? Sure. Okay. So I'm going to step a little bit closer to you if that's okay. Okay. Thank you so much. And is it okay if I just gently touch your shoulders and your arms while I take a look at what you're wearing? Okay. Thank you so much. That helps. Okay. Just gonna look. Okay. And can you just hold your arms out for me? Thank you. Okay. Good. Okay. Got it. Okay, perfect. So I think I have a sense of what might look good on you, and I'm just going to take a couple of quick measurements, okay? Okay, let's start with your arms. Okay, so yeah, if you could just hold your arms out again, that would be great. Just like this. Yeah, thank you so much. Okay, so we're just going to do here. Okay, perfect. Okay, and I'm just going to grab your waist, okay? So, and I'm just going to take your waist measurement. Yeah. Okay, so we're just going to wrap gently around here. Like this. Okay, perfect. you're all set. So you can just grab a seat, and I'll go pull some items for you, and I'll be right back, okay? Okay, perfect. Okay, we're all set. So for sweaters, I did pull some nice bold fall colors, and I also pulled for you some warm neutrals, so some tans, some light browns. Okay, perfect. So deciding where to start, I think we'll start with, the bolder shades. So I'm gonna start with this. Okay. So this is a very classic. Oops. Got a little fuzz. This is a very classic fitted sweater. I think it will look lovely on you. I think it will really suit your body shape. It has full-length sleeves. There's no flare or cuff or anything at the end. Just a standard full-length sleeve. It is actually quite fitted for a sweater. The top is fairly high, and I'll show you why in 1 second. So, yeah, there's a little bit of like texturing. It's a very comfortable knit, and the reason the top looks like this, the neckline, is because we have this hood in the back, which actually makes it really, really cozy and comfortable on a chilly fall day. So a really nice piece. Very versatile. People who choose this piece end up wearing it often. Yeah, they find that it's a favorite. Okay, so that's that one. Okay, and then continuing with the reds, this one is a little bit darker, but again, I chose this because I do think it's going to be very, very flattering on you. So the way this fits is it has this wide band around the waist that kind of defines the waist a little bit. It works really, really well with a pair of jeans. This is kind of the Dolman sleeve style. It does have a little bit of cuff on this one. I'm not sure if you can see. It is a little kind of elasticated, a little extra around the cuff. It is full-length sleeves, but again, the style and fit of this kind of tapers down in from the top toward the waist. And it just creates this very beautiful, flattering, casual and sophisticated at the same time look. That's again very versatile. You have kind of like a boat neck almost top here, and you do have this little extra bit of detailing around the around the neckline. The other thing about this piece is because it doesn't come all the way up to the neck, you can layer this really beautifully with a top that shows a different kind of neckline. So for example, a turtleneck, actually like what I'm wearing now, looks very lovely with this style. Okay. The back is quite similar to the front. Yeah, just there is a little bit of texturing. It's a different knit. The knit's actually more horizontal than vertical on this, and it's kind of a finer knit, like a smaller, closer knit on this. Yes, very comfortable and very easy to care for. Okay. So you had said that you were interested in some different styles. So you said you wanted some classic pieces, but you are also open to trying some more unusual shapes for sweaters. So I did pull one or two things like that for you. So this one it's actually kind of folded up to protect it so it doesn't stretch too much on the hanger, but I'm going to show you. This is, I know this is so gorgeous. This is more like, this is more like a cape almost. So this is very high-necked, that classic, elegant turtleneck look. I think that would look very nice on you. And then the sleeves are sort of an open sleeve. There is a sleeve. I'm not sure if you can, yeah, like that. Whoops. So there is a sleeve opening, but it's very loose and open. But there is like this little stitch that holds it in place and separates it from the body of the sweater. You can see that. Beautiful texture on this one. Really lovely, cozy. And this is the back. Quite long actually, but it looks very good over jeans again. And something like this is both very like comfort, feel good, cozy for a cool fall day, but also very appropriate for professional setting, a little bit dressy because of the style. So something different I thought you might like. Yeah. So I'm just gonna fold this back up so the weight doesn't stretch out the knit on the hanger. There we go. Should be okay for now. I do have one more red sweater for you because I know you had said you wanted some reds. And then we'll kind of move into oranges and tans, and then those warm neutral browns I was telling you about. So we have this piece. Again, this is more in line with what you said your usual go-to is. So high classic neck. You do have that separate collar shape with a little bit of different texturing here. This has, it's hard to explain the fabric, but it's got a little bit of white kind of in the red, very subtle, but it adds like a little bit of extra something. You do have this separate waistline here, so you have this band that's a little elasticated, so it will be a little bit cinched in at the waist, which again I think will really suit you. You have the cuffs that again kind of cinch at the waist. I think that look is going to really suit your body style. The sleeves have a different texture and knit on this piece. So it is a full-length sleeve, but you have this beautiful different knit with a little bit of this like pattern. Yeah, and actually even the texture of this is different. So really like lovely piece with some thoughtful details that really add something special to a classic sweater. The back is the same high collar, same cinched waist, full-length sleeves. Yeah. Okay, so just another beautiful, solid, very versatile, everyday piece. Again, people find when they choose styles like this that they're so easy to wear. Yeah, and that they are worn often. So this next one, it's still in the red area, like red range color-wise, but it's a little more orangey. So this is kind of like a, some people call this like a burnt orange, but to me this is kind of like the quintessential fall color. I love this color for fall. This piece does have that cinched wrist with a little bit of a cuff and a different texture. The knit on this is kind of vertical. Again, cinched waist, a little bit of that texturing down here as well. Kind of a classic boat. They call this a, I'm trying to remember, like a, I don't remember all of a sudden. Kind of like a boat neck, I think it's called. It's a little more open around your shoulder blades, which can be very flattering. Or again, this is another one that because you have a little more open space up at the top, you can layer this with a really interesting or elegant neckline. So perhaps a cutout top where or a keyhole top where you see just the top part above. Looks really nice. Or again, something like what I'm wearing, a warm neutral turtleneck under a piece like this is very classic. Okay. The back is again pretty much what you would expect. Just kind of the same details all around. You have those long sleeves. Same vertical texturing, same cinched waist. Yes. Okay, so we'll put that back. I love fall. It's just such a lovely season. The clothes are great. Sweaters are such a nice, easy thing to wear. It's a great season to curl up with a good book. Yeah. So this is another sweater, kind of in that orange, another kind of burnt orange range. This is a little less red than the other one. So the defining feature of this sweater is actually that it's quite cropped. Or a defining feature. You'll see the back, which also has a really special feature on this one. So you do have this separate kind of slightly cinched waist. It's not cinched like the others. It's a little looser, but it does help define your shape. So a very well designed, flattering piece. A slightly looser knit, but still like a kind of fairly close knit. It's still like pretty warm, not super warm, but it does add a layer of warmth. This is a lighter sweater though, so this is something you would probably want to wear long sleeves under. Of course, full length sleeve. You do have a cuff on this with a little bit of a different texture. Classic high neck, a little bit of detailing around the collar, just a different knit around the collar, but of course this beautiful, beautiful open back makes this actually a really special piece that just adds a little extra style to a fall wardrobe. This is actually a favorite and a bestseller. So gorgeous. Yeah. And then of course you can do lots of things with the back of this. So you could wear something that's a little lower in the back, so you could show a little bit of skin on the back if you like that look. Or you could wear a contrasting color, or again, a turtleneck, like the one that I'm wearing actually goes beautifully with any of these. But yeah, any sort of layering piece, and I'll show you a few options for that when I show you tops, looks so good with something like this. Yeah, such a fun little fall wardrobe. Staple for many people. So I'm going to show you this next one. So now we're kind of edging into the brown. So it still has an orangey tint, but this is a tan, kind of an orangey tan. And I love a turtleneck, that high, elegant neck for a sweater. So this does have that high neck that's of course folded over, kind of a chunkier, very cozy knit. Full length sleeves, of course. You do have a little bit of a cuff with a different texture. Just show you the back is also just that same classic cozy fall sweater. Okay, so we'll pop this back. Okay, so now we're actually getting into the tans and neutrals. I pulled several like this that I thought you might like, so kind of tans and browns. So we have this beautiful option. So this is a long sweater with 3/4 length sleeves, which is kind of interesting. But again, this piece will just match with so many things, and it is so flattering. So you can wear this over perhaps a short or mid-length dress, kind of like an above-the-knee dress, with some leggings. And I actually love tall socks with that look. And this, a long sweater like this looks so, so good with that. You can also wear it, of course, over jeans and over a different style of top. So if you want to wear a top that has a little bit of extra styling to it, or something where you really want to show off the top, and you don't want to fully cover the top with a classic sweater, something like this gives warmth and a little style, but still lets you showcase another special piece if you have a really nice top to wear underneath. So this is really great for that. Yeah, sleeves are a little shorter. There is kind of a little bit of a cuff, open, and again, just very flattering the way this fits. I'll show you the back. Pretty much what you would expect. The texture is like vertical on this knit. But yeah, a great piece. It is quite light, so more of an early fall piece. It will add a layer of warmth, but it's not super warm and cozy like some of the others. Yeah. Okay. This piece is another one that has a little bit of a different style. I know you said you were interested in that. Trying out some new things. So yes, this has to be shown off the hanger because it doesn't actually really work well on a hanger. So this is what's called kind of the cold shoulder look, which I'll give you a warning, actually it makes your shoulders cold. So yeah, so something like this, it's so pretty, and I like to wear something like this with a layered piece underneath. So yeah, a top in a contrasting or matching color looks really lovely with something like this. And actually it's a little short is the other thing. It's a little hard to show even off the hanger just because it's hard to hold up all the parts of it. Yeah. But yeah, it's a little bit short. And this is kind of the key feature. So you do have a higher collar like this, but then, yeah, the shoulders are obviously exposed. And actually this sweater, I'm not sure if you can see, it does have some texture, some different textures in it, which is kind of pretty. It just adds a little extra detail and style. Yeah, it's actually really nice. So yeah, you could wear this with a top underneath, or if you prefer, you can actually just wear it without the top underneath, and it will show your skin on your shoulders. I don't recommend a short sleeve top with this. It actually, the hole here is big enough that you do need a long sleeve or it'll look awkward. You'll actually see where the short sleeve is cut off. Yes, so that's that one. Kind of an interesting piece. You can always, yeah, of course, you can always try it on and see if you like it. And just see how it feels for you. Yeah. So actually the next one is also quite a special style. So not the classic, but so elegant and so sophisticated. This is such a lovely look. So this is, it sort of looks or fits like a cape again, but it has this beautiful high collar, high neckline, the full length sleeve, of course with the cuff on the sleeve, and of course the way this fits, it's cropped in the front, and it has this really, really beautiful silhouette. You can try it on and you'll see what I mean, but it's longer in the back, and yes, you generally wear something coordinated that just looks nice underneath this. Or of course you could just wear it actually as kind of like a cozy cropped piece as well, which would show your belly a little if you like that look. So gorgeous, yeah, very popular, and again, just a very special piece. Okay, and the last two are just quintessential, cozy, comfortable, soft fall sweaters. This is this lovely, kind of stretchy, so soft, classic, high collar, but kind of looser high collar. sweater. So when you wear this, you'll see if you decide to try on the top on this is so nice because it does give that high collar look, but it's not tight, so it's not quite the same like elegant look, but it still is a very classic kind of professional. Like it could be a little formal, but mostly this is like a more casual, cozy, comfortable fall sweater, just like that big oversized like feel good style. Yeah, there's a little bit of texturing, a little bit of white mixed in with kind of the beige or tan color, full-length sleeves. The back is what you would expect. There is this little bit of extra detail with this like extra liner texture along the back. And this last one actually is a great transitional piece. So this kind of moves you into winter because it's very, very warm. So this is actually meant to be worn outdoors. It's kind of a tight knit with some interesting like texturing and patterns. So the knit itself has this like shape in it. Then of course you do have these contrasting color details in the navy blue. You have this band along the waist with the different texture, but the waist is not cinched. So it's not really tighter around the waist, but it is defined enough to give a nice shape. High collar, the different texture, which actually is really lovely for warmth. Yeah, the back is pretty much the same as the front. Very, very comfortable, versatile, and so warm, like good to cozy up with hot chocolate, like late fall, early winter. Yeah. Okay. So those are all the sweaters I've pulled for you. What I'm gonna do next is just show you the dresses and layering pieces that we've selected for you as well, okay? Okay, so give me just 1 second so we can switch around our dressing room just because we were a little limited for space. And I'll show you the next items, okay? Okay, perfect. Okay, so I did pull just a few more fall-themed pieces for you. Thank you so much for your patience while we switched over the items in the dressing area. So you had asked for some layering pieces. So I'm going to start with this one. This is a favorite as a fall layering piece. So it's this kind of like beige, but almost a little bit of a mauve tint to it. Short sleeve, fitted, stretchy top, very scooped neckline. And it's got not quite compression, but because it is so fitted, it adds this lovely layer of warmth. This will show most bras actually in the front. So if you did wear a bra with this top, you will see the bra kind of poking through on the top here. But the reason it actually can be really nice is because you can almost treat it as like an undergarment, so that can actually kind of make you feel cute or a little dressed up under clothing. And then you can just wear this as, yeah, sort of like part of your underclothing, but then you could wear something like this with it. So you could wear this underneath this. So this actually won't show at all. It'll be totally covered by this, but because this is very flowy, you won't be able to tell if there's another layer under it. And this will just add another little layer of warmth for fall. So I'll tell you more about this piece in a minute. And then the other thing is, this is also just a very nice top. So you could also wear it with, if you're comfortable with the bra showing, you could wear with something coordinated in that way, a bra that works with it, or you could do a bra that doesn't show as well. but it's so soft and so comfortable and just one of those lovely versatile fall items. So yeah, round neck, a little bit of texturing, short sleeves, high in the back, so comfortable and fitted. Yeah. And let me show you that other top since I had already started showing you. So this is a very warm, rich shade. It's kind of like an orange or a tan, kind of like maybe like a brownish orange. So maybe like a brown color. And there's, of course, this is a classic formal piece. So button, cuffs, full-length sleeves, a little bit of like extra stitching and not quite ruching, but like a little extra detail in how this is kind of folded. Same thing on the other side. This is a very professional classic piece. You have the pocket, buttons down the center, classic high collar, beautiful workwear. Yeah. The back is what you would expect. Again, well designed, so this carefully made folds in the back for that little extra detail. I am noticing this piece is a little wrinkled. I'm sorry about that. We can definitely steam this if you decided that you wanted this one. And it's satin is the other really lovely thing. This is very soft and silky smooth. And it is meant to be flowy. And that also adds some versatility because you could wear this, for example, under any of those sweaters I showed you. And then you'll have the collar showing through up at the top, which is, of course, a very lovely look. And the other thing you can do is unbutton the bottom like it is now, and you can tie this. So you could wear this with something cropped, perhaps, underneath, and tie the bottom, and you could either wear it closed, tied, or open and tied. There's so many different things you can do, so very versatile and beautiful touch to add to a fall wardrobe. And then, actually, before I totally move on, I actually grabbed you one more sweater. I saw this and I thought you might really like it. So it's not a single color like the others. It has this beautiful color block, kind of that almost boat neck style on the top a little bit. Classic neckline. The sleeves are a little short. They're like kind of between full length and 3/4 length. And they are kind of loose. So this is a little bit of like a chunky sweater. It's like that like good heavy knit. It has some weight to it. Feels so good on the body. And again, layers beautifully over a turtleneck like what I'm wearing now. Or almost any long sleeve shirt in a good coordinated color would go really nicely with this. Yeah, beautiful V pattern here. And it's kind of short. It's a little bit cropped. It's not like a full cropped look, but just because of the cut and shape of this, or not the cut, it's not cut because it's knit, but because of the way this is the design and shape of this, it's just a really great piece. It's flattering. It's a nice silhouette, even though it's not fitted. You'd have to see how it looks when you try it on. So we'll leave that one there for you. And then I pulled you a couple of dresses and one really cute top. So we'll do the dresses first, I think. This is definitely a standout fall favorite. So this dress is more of a statement piece. It's not sort of like the everyday piece. This is more of when you're wearing this is really the center of an outfit. So gorgeous. It's got this kind of folded over collar. It's interesting because most collar pieces are higher necked, I would think. This is a lower collar, but it does have that like folded over collar look to kind of a deep V here. Short sleeve, there's a little like speckle texture in the material. These like beautiful deep pockets, kind of square pockets with this like angle here, and of course it zips all the way down. So it's very easy to put on. which is really nice if you wanted to wear, especially for fall, like a full fitted set of undergarments. So for example, you would wear a fitted longer sleeve shirt underneath it, then the long sleeves would show under the short sleeves, perhaps leggings underneath, and even high socks. So you really have like a full layer of warmth, and then this pops right on over and it looks so lovely. So yeah, just revisit that. So yeah, that's the dress for this in the back. It's high in the back, but you can see it's a thoughtfully designed silhouette. So you have kind of like some darts darting here to kind of shape the waist a little bit, and there's like a vertical line here also that kind of separates the top and bottom. So another beautifully designed piece. And then kind of in that same vein, I kind of think of these two dresses as like a pair in some way. They're similar style. They're both this very heavy, I should have said this, kind of very heavy, almost like a denim, but it's not blue, but it's not quite denim. But it's like a canvas material. Yeah, it's quite striking. It's really nice. And then this again is that like same, like very heavy material. It's like a little structured or stiffer. So this is more of a burnt orange, whereas the other one was kind of a deeper red. Beautiful V neckline. You have these lovely covered buttons with kind of like the eye hole, I think they're called, button style. Some darting in the bust to kind of shape. Makes a really nice silhouette. You do have again this line dividing the bust from the skirt from the bottom. The back on this also is really beautifully shaped. You have that same V-neck, you have the center zip, and again just some stitching to help give it a little bit of extra shape. Really beautiful. Yeah, you can tell it's a really well designed piece, well made. And again, layers, right? This looks so good with a long sleeve shirt, perhaps with a gray long sleeve, fitted soft top, and then some gray leggings. And you could do some fun socks with this even. So like, yeah, some socks with like a little extra like texture or color. Just really great for fall since this is a solid color. You could pair it with some different things. So that's that. And then the very last piece I want to show you, and this is really just for fun. This is a layering piece. It could be a layering piece for fall because you could wear this again under a long sleeve, over a long sleeve top, or under. So for example, you could do like this little kind of corset top that I'm going to show you under this, and then you could keep this open and tie it at the waist, and it could be really cute. But this you could also just wear under a long sleeve top. So just cute. Yeah, it's just cute and fun. So you have this kind of V-neck, not quite V, but you have this like kind of V, little bit of an indentation here, and also you have this like separate little band to kind of give it a little more shape. Those little bows in the front for style. There's clearly some ruching and some stitching on either side. And that like vertical band down the middle, and the back on this makes it so comfortable. So it's that really lovely, comfy, stretchy. Yeah. So, which makes this great because it'll stay up even though it is meant to be form-fitted. It will fit your body with nothing underneath it. And again, just you could layer something over it for fall, but also you could wear this over a long sleeve shirt, and it will still fit and it'll continue to fit you because it's stretched. So it will just conform to whatever layer you put under it. Just thought you might like it. Just an extra cute little option. So I'll pop that back onto the hanger. So you have the sweaters to look at and try on, as well as these additional few pieces. And certainly take your time, see how things fit on you. You can even actually try some of the layering or pairing different pieces together in your try on. And then whenever you're ready, you can let me know, and I'll come and help you wrap everything and get you all set and checked out, okay? Okay. So lovely to meet you, and I hope you have a beautiful